Yes. Well, not really. Yes and no, it's complicated. If you didn't know, over the past month or so, there's been a support strike because somebody, Necros, essentially said that they're useless. Granted, he didn't mean for it to be taken seriously. It's not like he was calling for every single support player to be taken to the gallows and be executed for them simply playing a role. But the support players had their feelings hurt. Before you say, stop making jokes out of the expense of support mains, I am also a support main. I peaked Diamond casually one-tricking Susan last season, only ever swapping to another role if I absolutely had to. So, with a sudden lack of supports or strategists, whatever you want to call them, I don't care, it's all the same to me, stop being pretentious. Is it the sole reason for the huge drop in player numbers? Is this one thing the cause of the turning point of the game, forcing it to go right down the drain? Like I said at the beginning, yes and no, it's complicated. Obviously, a lack in the role that's meant to make the game more enjoyable, since they're always healing you, is going to deter people away from playing the game. It's just simple maths. No healing equals more time sat around waiting to respawn equals no fun, meaning people are dropping the game because they can't get anything done. On the other side of the coin, if supports aren't playing the other roles, then they're just outright not playing the game. I can respect them for wanting to try out the other roles because it's a pain to have to play solely one role all the time, but if you're one of the support players that have ditched the game because one person in the community called you a moron, then I think you need to take things a lot less seriously. Yes, it was fairly mean, but you'll get over it. You're a big, strong support player, you can do this. However, this isn't the only cause of the downward spike in the player base. Let's talk about balancing because, oh boy, it's really not the best. At the minute, we have a flyer meta made up of, well, heroes that can fly, oddly enough. We figured out that the best way to counter the old dive meta, which is another reason why supports went on strike, is to just constantly be in the air where no one can dive you, which is even more of a pain in the ass to deal with because to counter them, you have to either A, play a specific set of characters like hitscan, or B, mirror their comp. Because of poor balancing, players are forced to play specific heroes that they don't enjoy playing if they want to win, making the game more of a chore rather than a game. You might think this is a good thing because it encourages players to step out of their comfort zone, but you could also argue that the support strike forced players to step out of their comfort zones to try a different role, since, well, no one else wants to play support. It's a difficult conversation to have because no matter what, you're always going to be in the wrong and there will always be hundreds of counter arguments to your argument. Nobody has a good take when it comes to this argument because there is fundamentally no good take to be had. So, to wrap things up, it's a mixture of different things that has caused the Marvel Rivals player numbers to plummet to an all-time low. The support strike definitely didn't help, but we can't just point our fingers at the support players and say it's solely their fault, because, well, it isn't. Poor balancing is just as much of a reason that players are dropping the game because they don't want to constantly load into a game and be destroyed by the exact same team comp as last time. It's a real Truman Show moment. Yes, hero bans address this problem head on because, well, stating the obvious here, you can ban the heroes you don't want to go up against. But you can guarantee it'll end up in the enemy team playing the other meta. It's not as if they've balanced dive to the point where it's unplayable, they just made it so Cap isn't quite as dominant as he was in the first half of the season. I'll put it this way. Imagine you have a full-size cake, but then I cut it in half and took that half of the cake for myself. You still have half of a cake, which, you know, it's good. It's just that someone else had the other half of the cake, which greatly benefits them because now they have half of a cake. Where Cap lost half of the cake, he still has the other half of the cake. But the other half went to Bucky in the form of a new team up with Cap, which makes them more compatible in a team comp. Well, it is Pride Month after all. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'm going to ask you to subscribe and leave a like on this video as it lets me know that you've enjoyed it and you want to see more. Finally, have a nice day or night if you're watching this at night, and make sure you check out some of my other videos. Not only will I appreciate it, but you might too.